What does happiness really mean? We all want to be happy. For us, some of us, happiness looks like being able to work when we want, where we want, and how we want. Happiness might be traveling to many different countries, getting new experiences. Happiness can just mean enjoying life with family and friends that you love to be around. Happiness could literally just mean looking your best and feeling your best. And there's multiple other reasons. But I think as people, we all just want to be happy. We all just want to be happy. For whatever reason it is, we just want to be happy. Because happiness is what I think most of us long for. But we kind of have to ask ourselves, what really is happiness? And for me, one of the key definition is coming through for me. Yes, I want to have all those other things I mentioned up front. Be able to work when I want, where I want, with who I want, and how I want. Be able to enjoy life with my family, look my best, and feel my best. But I'm recognizing another thing that makes me even more happy is just being me, seeing my true self and my identity and being me, being happy about who I am, who I'm becoming, and the journey that I'm on. That's what really I think I'm starting to feel that lights me up. And even though sometimes on that journey it feels so hard, like even today when I was just sitting, I felt so much things just rushing through me. Like I just like I can see the dreams ahead of me, and I can see what I want to be, and I'm putting things in place, but somehow it feels like something is just holding me back still. And sometimes when I look and I know what needs to be done, and I look at the thing, it feels so overwhelming in the moment. It feels so overwhelming. It's like it's right. This era that we live in is one of the easiest time to make wealth, but it feels like it's the hardest. And I was listening to one of my mentor, and he was actually breaking down that. He was saying, I think the summary of his whole video was that it is harder now, even though it's one of the best time to make health, and it feels harder. And it feels harder because we're probably using principles, or not principles, but lessons of the past. We're trying to make wealth using tools of the past when we should be looking at the things in the present to use to make wealth. And when I say wealth, wealth for me at least is not really about just money. It's really about, for me, time and freedom. That's what it's about. And while I'm on that topic of wealth, I don't want to deviate from where I started off, happiness, because I think happiness is tied in with health. With health and wealth, yes. But wealth and happiness are linked. People might say, hey, money can't buy you happiness. But maybe those people who say that, they probably don't have enough money still. Um, and to some extent, they might be true in that money can't buy you happiness, but it can give you the ability to overcome your problems. And overcoming your problems, some of those key problems we have in our lives, are some of the things that's preventing us from experiencing happiness. Even though I know, understand that we have to choose to be happy, even if the circumstances are not what it we think it should be. But we have to be in a state of gratefulness and thankfulness at all times, because we're ultimately the ones that decide if we're going to be happy or not. It's not the things around us that makes us happy, but the things, when we have more resources, we can use that to create an environment that's more likely to help us to feel a sense of uh, I would say maybe environment that helps us to create that environment that actually helps us to feel a sense of more probably gratefulness, or maybe purpose. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm looking for. Because when we're pursuing purpose and passion, that I think stimulates us more and tells our brain, reminds our brain that, hey, you're doing something that you always wanted to do. And I think our brain knowing that, it then actually helps us to decide if we're going to be happy or not. I know these are just rough thoughts because I literally just turned my camera on and just started speaking on here and just trying to bring out some of the things that I have within me. I've been, for some time now, I should have been actually just getting on here and just recording and putting my ideas out there so that it could help who it can help. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of us, we experience the same thing and we're feeling the same emotions, maybe have the same thoughts. And I think having this community can help us to actually pursue this journey and make it less struggling. Make it less struggling. But back to the original topic, happiness. We all just want to be happy. But ultimately, we have to decide on being happy. Even though for sure there are things that stand in our way, enemies that stand in our way, that it's trying to prevent us from feeling happy. And I think some of those, the biggest enemies we have is sickness, poverty, and I'll dare say probably even corporate slavery. Things that box us in and prevents us from pursuing our passion with purpose, or pursuing our purpose with passion.